This is the first of the items that came home with me from my recent Dublin shopping vlog that you may have. When I wear these, I know that I get a bit of an extra swagger to my step and I strut a little bit more. I wanted exactly what I wanted. I wanted the colour, the size, the hardware, the leather. Nothing else. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, let's share with you what's in here. Let's do a double Chanel unboxing. This is the first of the items that came home with me from my recent Dublin shopping vlog that you may have watched. If you've missed that, I will link it up above in the cards. This was a fabulous, fabulous shopping trip. There was so much good eye candy to see. We got great footage in Louboutins, in Dior, Chanel, so much. And I said on that vlog, I could have brought home about 10 bags. There was just so much good stuff to see. But this is the first of the unboxings coming back from that vlog, and I will link it above in case you have missed it. And hint, hint, here's a little spoiler alert. What's in that? The unboxing coming from there fits in perfectly with the rest of this video. In this video, I was tagged, hint, hint, by my good friend here on YouTube, Nick from Living Life Loud with NJS, to talk about my love of and addiction to the colour pink. Now, Nick kind of laid down the gauntlet between myself, himself, Living Lux with Meredith, and Style by Gwenny, and I will link all of those fabulous people down below in the description box to talk about our love of this colour pink. And I admit it, I am completely addicted to the colour magenta. For me, it's probably not so much pink, it is deep fuchsia magenta. I do have a few lighter pink bags, but my colour that I'm drawn to, that I love, that I just can't get enough of is this. It's this magenta fuchsia type colour, and I have this all around my house. To do this video, we could go on a tour. There are armchairs in that room out there that's my office that is a very deep magenta pink. There were walls painted in our house this colour. I have candles in this colour, matches in this colour, notebooks in this colour. There's so many of my household items that I put around me that are this colour, and it's because anytime I see something that's in this fuchsia or magenta, I am drawn to it. If it's a handbag release, I'm done for. I would buy them all, lose all sense of reason. Look at the colour, buy needs to come home. No, you don't need them all. But that's how my mind works. When I see this colour, I'm drawn to it. No matter what it is, clothing, bags, shoes, household. Love them all, and this has to be one of my favourite bags. I'm supposed to show you my 5 favourite things in this colour. I will show you 5 of my favourites, but there's probably more. This is definitely one of them. This is my Louis Vuitton mini capucines in the fuchsia magenta colour. It has the gold hardware and it has the malachite inlay in the Louis Vuitton sign here, and I absolutely love this bag. This bag was released a number of years ago, before the mini capucines was just as expensive as it is now. It was still expensive, but now it's gone up quite a bit. When I saw this, I had to have it, and there was a hunt for this bag. It took an essay 3 months to track this down. This was shipped over from Monaco. It was the last one available in Europe. I had seen this, I think, on Tamara's social media when she was working with Louis Vuitton, and this just wants this colour. I had to have it, and I love it. This is one of the bags that I get the most messages and comments about asking me if I would sell this bag. Even when I get periods of time when this bag is not my most used bag, because I've talked about how the mini capucines is fussy and difficult to use, it can be annoying, but I still love her. She's not going anywhere. I can't see me ever selling this bag. Even during those times when I maybe go to other bags more and don't use this so much, it doesn't matter. I still love her. She just makes me happy. Yeah, this is a long-term love affair. Second is going to be these Louboutins. These are one of the first pairs of Louboutins I ever bought. They're in the Fifi style, which I think has been discontinued, which is a complete shame because they're so beautiful on the foot and they're also actually comfortable for Louboutins, and I love them. But these are in this pink sequenced leopard print. I just love these. These make me feel, when I wear these, I know that I get a bit of an extra swagger to my step and I strut a little bit more and I feel like I'm working a vibe. I just love them. These make me feel amazing. Even if I'm wearing these with denim and a t-shirt, the shoes themselves are just enough to make me feel like I'm just on fire. And I know that's all in my head and people are probably looking at me, but I love them. I think they're fabulous. I think these are just an amazing pair of shoes, and this colour, these just make me feel great. And if you have a colour that you're drawn to, that does that for you, that just makes you feel happy, then I say wear the colour, buy the colour. I get a lot of comments about the amount of pink bags I buy. I get comments on unboxing saying, oh, it'll be pink again, or I'm so glad you didn't buy a pink bag. I'm gonna keep buying pink because it makes me that happy. Number 3, let's go to the Birkin. This is my Hermes Birkin in the 25 size in the rose Capri colour in Togo leather in palladium hardware. This is the only Birkin that I have, and I knew when I was buying this bag, this might be the only Birkin that I ever have. So when I was buying this bag, there was no doubt in my mind. There was no room for manoeuvre. This is the colour it had to be. It had to be the rose Capri, which is my signature colour, if we call it that. It's a deep, deep pink magenta colour with a purple underlay. I love it. There was no discussion on this for me. This is one of the reasons why when I bought this Birkin, I decided to go down the reseller route, because there was no room for manoeuvre. And I know that whenever you're first buying Hermes bags, if they get to the point that they offer you one, there can be a range of colours, a range of sizes. You might need to be that little bit flexible. And let me tell you, I was not being flexible. When I was buying a Birkin, when I was spending this amount of money on a bag, I wanted exactly what I wanted. I wanted the colour, the size, the hardware, the leather, nothing else. So I decided to just skip that and pay the reseller price. And I appreciate you're paying a lot more than you are retail, but for me it was worth it because I wasn't considering anything else. I also am not the sort of person who's going to work well with going to Hermes regularly and buying things that I don't really want or love to try and be offered the bag. My patience wouldn't work with that, or my lack thereof wouldn't work. And I also won't buy things that I don't love. Now, I do have Hermes items. I have an Hermes blanket behind me, which I love. I have jewellery. I have some homewares. I have things from Hermes that I love, and I will buy the things that I love, but I won't buy things just to try and get a bag. So for me, it worked to go the resale route and get this beauty. I love her. She makes me happy, and I use her like a tote. She gets everything thrown in there. There's wrappers in there, which is probably going to offend some people because I should probably clear them out. But she comes for the shopping. She's used. Things get thrown in. She's been in the Sainsbury's cart. She's been in Boots. She's been everywhere with me, and I just use her. And I made the decision when I was spending this amount of money on a bag, she wasn't going to sit in a glass case. She was going to be used. I don't think there's any signs of use on her yet, but they will come, and that's okay because she will be lived in and loved and used, and she will be making me happy as she does it. Next, and this is definitely one of my favourite items, bags, whatever, possessions in this colour. I love this. This bag, you're going to hear that a lot in this video because you're talking about my favourite colour. This bag just makes me so happy. This is the old style Louboutins Petit Noe. It's the smaller size. If you buy one of the newer Petit Noes, they're slightly bigger. I have an iPhone Pro, not the biggest one, but the Pro fits in both of the versions for me, so it carries everything that I need. I have used this bag a huge amount since I bought it. I bought this bag pre-loved. I paid approximately 50% of the retail price for this because she is quite old. There are a few little beauty marks on her, which I've shown before. There's a few little dents in the leather. There's scratches on the hardware. The good thing with this bag is she's epi leather, and epi leather from Louis Vuitton is pretty close to indestructible. She carries herself really well. I spilt a drink over this bag on a weekend away and she's completely fine. I love it. This is one of those bags. When I see this, to me this is kind of old school, quintessentially Louis Vuitton. When I started to get really interested in Louis Vuitton but couldn't afford bags like this was around. Bags like this were around, and I love it. I hunted this down on the resale market. They come in red, and I found a lot more of the red version than I did of this fuchsia pink. But just like the Birkin, I wasn't taking a different colour. I knew what I wanted. I kept waiting till I found this, and since I've used this bag, she makes me ridiculously happy. I've worn her casually, I've worn her crossbody, one of my absolute favourites. And the last bag before we get into the unboxings is this beauty. This is the Chanel Mini in the rectangle size, in the chevron print, in the lambskin. I was obsessed with this bag. I remain obsessed with this bag. But when I first saw this bag, I was addicted. I had to find her. I was like a woman possessed. I stalked all of the resellers' social media, totally obsessed. I first saw this bag, I think, on either Isabel Styles' channel or Jerusha Couture's channel. They both had this bag. I don't know if either of them still have it, but I was just obsessed with the colour. This is the 18B collection from Chanel, and this was called the Purple. I know it does have a purple undertone. It's probably more of a magenta berry type colour for me, but I was in love. Absolutely in love. I eventually found this bag on the Persefair in Australia. The puffiness is really there. The good thing about lambskin is fabulous for colour. It really saturates the colour, and the colour is so deep and strong. The bad thing about lambskin is it's slightly more delicate, and I know there's videos saying that it's not, but I find it more delicate. I do have caviar bags that I will use more often because they're sturdier, even though this is the one that I probably prefer more and love the colour of. There are signs of wear on mine on the top of the Mona Lisa pocket. I don't know if the camera will show it, but on the edging you can see signs of wear on the edging up here, and there's also signs of wear on the corners. I'm not sure how much you'll see because it's not overly big, but you can take it from me, there are signs of wear on it. There's nail marks on the bottom, which the camera might just show. I don't care. She has beauty marks. She gets used. As I say, she's lambskin. I don't use her just as much as some of the others, but I use her a lot. And I've taken this bag away with me. She was in Paris with me. She's been a few places, a few trips. Did I have this bag in Milan? I love her. She goes a lot. I love this bag. This colour, that's just me happy. Like, look at her. Look at her. She's absolutely stunning. Definitely one of my favourites. Now, unboxing time, and let's get into the Chanel. Now, I've already taken the ribbon and stuff off the bigger box, and I don't have the expertise to put it back on, so forgive me for that. But we'll start with the smaller one, and this is the one that you have probably seen over Instagram and social media quite a lot. And yes, I jumped on that bandwagon as well. Yes, I know it's gimmicky. Yes, I know it's probably overpriced. But I had to have it. I just saw the colour, and if you've looked at the colours, this one will come as no surprise to you. I went for the Diva in the little mirror, and I will show that to you. It is this deep pink. I think it's showing slightly more red on the camera. It's slightly more pink in real life, although I probably would have loved it if it was a little bit more magenta-like, but it definitely is more pink than it's showing on the camera. And I know it's a gimmick, and I know that it's expensive for a mirror, and I do have the black one of these, and I think the black one is probably a bit sturdier and probably feels a bit more substantial, but I don't care. I had to have her. The black one lives in my makeup bag and then gets transferred into my bags if I'm going anywhere. This is going to just stay in my bags, and I'm going to not have to switch them over. And when I open my bag and look at this colour, it's going to make me smile. It's a little bit like my brightly coloured card holders, things like that. When I see them in my bag, the colour makes me happy. Second piece that I went for, just to be original, is the brush set from Chanel, and again I went in the Diva colour, which is a deep pink. This is probably slightly pinker than the mirror is, but it does have the Chanel brushes in it. If you've watched any of my makeup videos before, you will know my brushes are a disgrace and could all do with being replaced, or at the very least cleaned. So this will actually definitely get used for me. I know it's gimmicky, but these brushes I will use. They do feel very soft. They do say Chanel on them. This one is a blush brush. I think there's an eye brush in there as well, and a foundation brush. This is going to sit on my desk beside my Louboutins Nice, which holds most of my makeup, and I think the browns of the traditional monogram with the pink of this beside it is going to be lovely, and it's just going to make me happy when I have to go and get ready to go to work every day, and she's going to sit at my desk, and I know, but I had to have her, and I've no regrets in buying her. Okay, then we have the first item that came home from the Dublin vlog with me, and as I say, the ribbon and everything is already off, so forgive me that, but I absolutely am so happy about this purchase, and this purchase fits in perfectly with this video and my love affair with a certain colour. So I do have all of the bits and pieces in there, the dust bag and all of that, but nobody's here to see that. Let's show you what I brought home. Oh my goodness, these are just amazing. Look at those, and look at the colours. These are the Chanel trainers in the fuchsia type pink. with a corally orange CC, and then the rest is white. These feel almost fleecy, kind of like teddy berry, and they feel really comfortable. They're quite a bulky type trainer, but when I saw the colour of these, I was just in love. I had initially seen these on Instagram. I think it was Jada Fines had these on in a number of colours, and I was a bit in love and decided to try and track them down. So I was able to get these from the boutique in Dublin, and I'm so excited about them. And I know they're just trainers, and why are you excited about trainers? But it's the colour. It's the thought of, look at that pink and orangey colour together. I just love it. It's bright. It makes me happy. These are really going to brighten up basic type jeans and t-shirt type outfits for me. Because of the children, quite often I am in trainers. I'm not wearing my fancier shoes because we're doing 3 and 6-year-old male boy activities, because that's what they enjoy. So these are going to be well loved and well used for me. I'm very excited to have them. And I was very excited that I was able to get them from the store, not have to hunt them down. So that is the first of the purchases that came home from Dublin, and the colour just fits right into this video. It's like Nick knew it was coming. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. Thank you for watching my unboxings. Let me know what you think. If you went for any of the Chanel mirrors and the sets, what colour did you go for? There was a rainbow of colours. Initially when I saw them, my impulsive brain was tempted to buy them all and have all the colours, and then I talked myself out of that because that was completely ridiculous, but I couldn't talk myself out completely, so I did go for the pink. What colour did you go for? And if you've got it yet, are you loving it? Also, do you have a power colour? Do you have a colour that draws you, that talks to you, that makes you happy, that you just have to buy everything you see in, that you just put all around you? What is it? If yours is blue, purple, yellow, pink, whatever it is, come into the comment box and let us know. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. If you have enjoyed this in any way, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. And if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.